Hello, everyone. Welcome to this class. The main learning task of this course is the awareness of the onboard diagnostic system OBD. If the gradual increase in the number of automobiles, the problems brought about by the impact of automobile exhaust have also arisen, and at the same time, in order to control the monitoring of automobile emissions, the American Society of Automotive Engineers and the Environmental Protection Agency, and so on developed a set of emission monitoring system, which produces the OBDI system, also known as onboard diagnostic system. Therefore, in the early stage, the OBDI system was mainly used to monitor the performance of the emission control system to ensure the effective control of motor vehicle emissions. After a series of development and updating to produce the second generation of OBD system, since new energy vehicles are considered to have no automobile pollution emissions, is it possible to monitor the emission control without the onboard self-diagnostic system? Please consult the information and say whether you think modern new energy vehicles need to be equipped with onboard self-diagnostic systems as standard. This course is divided into 3 catalogs. 1. Development of OBD for onboard diagnostic systems. 2. DTC Diagnostic Connector DLC with fault code DTC. 3. Troubleshooting process. 1. Development of OBD for onboard diagnostic systems. 1. The onboard diagnostic system, OBD, originated in the U.S. with the development of the automotive industry and that emphasis on the OBD system. The OBD system plays an increasingly important role in automotive maintenance. 2. With the American Society of Automotive Engineers SAE standardization of diagnostic interfaces and communication methods and other technologies, the OBD system from the first generation of non-uniform development to a unified standard of the second generation of OBD2. OBD2 became the abbreviation of the onboard diagnostic system. 3. Certified by the Environmental Protection Agency EPA and the California Association of Resources Boards CAR. It requires each automobile manufacturer to provide a unified diagnostic mode and socket in accordance with the OBD2 standard, so that diagnostic inspections can be carried out on each vehicle model by a single machine. The OBD2 standard has been certified by CAR. 4. China's pollutant emission limits and measurement methods for light-duty vehicles. China Stage 3 4 explicitly requires that all vehicles must be equipped with an onboard diagnostic OBD system, which ensures that deterioration of parts or failure of parts can be identified throughout the life of the vehicle. 2. DTC Diagnostic Connector DLC with fault code DTC. 1. The connector for onboard diagnostics, referred to as DLC Data Link Connector, is an ISO-compliant onboard diagnostic connector, and the plug consists of 16 pins, each of which is defined in accordance with the ISO standard. The DLC diagnostic cradle is standardized to 16-pin pins and is installed in the driver's compartment under the driver's side dashboard, as shown in Table 1. 2. OBD system in the process of automobile operation, in real-time monitoring of the engine electronic control system, high-voltage system, and other functional modules of the vehicle's working conditions. If found abnormal working conditions of the car, according to a specific algorithm, to determine the specific faults in diagnostic trouble code DTC diagnostic trouble code stored in the form of the system on the memory. DTC codes monitor a total of 4 system faults and are composed of 1 letter and 4 numbers, as shown in Table 2. 3. Troubleshooting process. The fault diagnostic processes are detection of faults, indication of faults, identification and repair of faults. Fault indicators may. Fault codes DTC. 1. Malfunction detection. A malfunction is considered to have occurred as soon as the OBD system detects that there is a powertrain malfunction connected to the computer, including an abnormal state of connectivity of any associated sensor circuits that enable the detection function. 2. Indication of faults. in a corresponding way lighting, flashing or extinguishing the fault indicator. To the ECU internally adding, updating and deleting fault-related information, which will be readable by a standard diagnostic instrument via a standard diagnostic interface. 3. Confirmation and repair of faults. Acknowledgement of faults, the process from the time a fault is first detected by the OBD system to the time it is recognized by the system, and thus triggers the ME in accordance with the appropriate policy. A fault is called an incidental fault before it is acknowledged, and an acknowledged fault after it is acknowledged. Repair of the fault. The OBD system detects that the fault no longer exists after the fault has been removed. There is also a confirmation process for the repair of faults. For occasional faults, the OBD will directly clear the fault record after detecting that the fault has been repaired, and for faults that have been recognized as repaired, the OBD system will carry out the corresponding operations on the fault indicator and fault memory according to the corresponding fault handling strategy. 4. Malfunction indicator ME. The ME is a malfunction indicator that clearly alerts the driver of the vehicle when a malfunction occurs in any component connected to the OBD system or in the OBD system itself. The ME is generally an indicator that can be displayed on the dashboard and is shaped to meet the appropriate standards. 5. Fault codes DTC. Malfunction codes DTC according to a standard regulatory requirement required by the U.S. federal government. The OBD system must have the function of identifying the area where a malfunction may exist and storing that information in the electronic control unit storage in the form of a malfunction code. SAE and ISO have standardized the diagnostic malfunction code, which consists of 5 characters, such as the above-mentioned malfunction codes of B2622, C126, P0101, and so on. This course we have studied from the development of onboard diagnostic system OBD, diagnostic connection port DLC, and fault code DTC, diagnostic process. I believe that you have an understanding of the whole knowledge. I hope you can review more to be able to understand the history of the development of the onboard diagnostic system OBD. Familiar with diagnostic connection port DLC and the fault code DTC constitutes the type of diagnostic system OBD. Mastery of diagnostic system OBD use. That concludes this class. Thank you.